What you're about to watch is a special private training session for people who bought a copy of my book, Built to Serve. Enjoy. The leading poll this time was how to start a successful online business. I think it just starts with figuring out, what are you selling? And when you start with what you're selling, you go to the next level of how can you start selling something to make money faster? A lot of people, when they're starting, they're selling something that takes way too long to get going. I think people take too long to start making money. And when you're not making money, it's hard to keep going on your dream when nothing is coming in. And so what's the fastest path to start making more money? So finding a faster way to get started with the thing that you're selling so that I can make money more quickly. And that's where usually it's some kind of service. I'm a big fan of starting with a service over a product because products take time to be able to make. And I want you making money faster. So what can you do at the beginning to yes, trade your time for money? Because you're trading, if you're at a job or doing something else, you're trading your time for money there. I'd rather trade my time for money doing something I love and helping people, which then also allows you to make better products and services. Like Built to Serve, the book, I don't even have it on me here. How do you write a good book? Built to Serve, I wrote pretty quickly. I wrote a third of the book on a 16-hour drive to and from New York with a broken neck while Nina was driving, because I had to get to New York and I broke my neck and I couldn't fly. They wouldn't let me on a plane because of the pressure would impact my neck. So we had to drive there. It's like 9 hours from Toronto, and Nina drove and I wrote a third of the book in the car sitting next to her. There's a section in the book where I say, this is kind of weird to write because Nina's right next. I was talking about Nina and she's right next to me. And like, this is a weird part to write because she's right next to me as I'm typing this out. I could write it that quickly because of all of the work that I had done to help people. So a book, a great nonfiction book where you're giving advice, is basically coaching at scale without any feedback. Same thing, speaking on stage is coaching at scale without a lot of feedback. When you're coaching somebody and you tell them something, give them some advice, they give you some kind of rebuttal. You feel like where they're struggling, you can get a lot more personal. But when it's in a book, they're still thinking the same thing, but they're not telling you. When you're creating the course, same thing. When you're speaking, same thing. And so before going to a book or course or speech, I'm a much bigger fan of doing the work to help people, so that you know what their resistances are, you know what the feedback is going to be, that then when you move to a bigger audience, you can already address most of those issues because you've done it so much before in the one-on-ones. So I think doing a service first pays you immediately, which is awesome, and also helps you make better product and services because you've got more experience in helping people. So that was the topic of the day. Now usually we throw it over. Q&A, whatever you got for me. There's a little reactions thing at the bottom that you can use. If you click on the reactions face, you can then raise your hand and we'll bring people up. We'll unmute you and ask your question and try to help as much as possible. Tanya, she was on front stage at the Built to Serve Challenge. That was fun.
I want to I don't know if the word is correct. I want to launch a course because I already have the experience. I know I know what would be useful for people, in this case international students. I know how to help them to, through the whole process of starting from their countries to get here to Canada. I know all that. Mm-hmm. Like, I know that I have the experience. I've been doing it for so many years, 14 years. So I know that, but I don't know how to make it attractive, like the structure and how to launch it. That's the part that it's kind of like, detaining me from finally put this everything in place and being able to launch and to put the course together.
Yeah. So, I mean, you could do it through videos. You could do it through PDFs. You could do it through PowerPoints. You can give people part of it also, like the forms and how to fill out the forms. Right? If you're trying to get into Canada, what are the forms that people need to fill out, and give them the templates so that they can do it right. And I think if you can position it as the education and the experience that you know how to get it done, so that you have the wisdom plus the templates, here's how you, because those government forms are terrible. They're like, none of them make any sense. Right?
Yeah, but I wouldn't be directed into the immigration part, because it's very too much liability, and it changes a lot. So it is hard to coach at distance about that. I wouldn't go that way. I would be more interested, or I think that it would be more useful to create what you were saying today in the morning, something that it's not limited by time, like something that is going to be good now and maybe 5 years later, because laws change too much, immigration law changes too much. So it wouldn't be that good idea to focus in the immigration part. I would create, and my thinking is create a chapter about immigration, like Immigration 101, kind of like give them an initial insight about it, but make it more about education and the process of deciding and starting and finally going through the process of selecting a school, what's best, what type of education they are looking for, like guide them through from the beginning to the end till they find the school and they get to Canada, but more from the education point or point of view.
So I mean, the reality with any course is it will need to have some updating, because even in the only thing that wouldn't be updated is if you're talking mindset or belief or any of the personal development stuff. But if you're helping pick between schools, like which school am I going to go to, even if we're ignoring immigration, which school do you pick? Well, things might change about the school, or a school might go out of business, or a school might merge with another school, or that. So you have to think about, you'll be updating the course probably once a year as a commitment.
Yeah, that would be okay. It's doable.
But so even in that, then, like, if you can package the wisdom to know, because you've done it and you have the experience with the templates. So even if the templates are not going to be government related, you still have to apply to the school. You still have to fill out different, so like the more that you can have done for you stuff in there as well, that they can copy and paste and walk through, it's just an extra layer on top of just the wisdom. And then if you circle back to what we talked about on the Built to Serve Challenge with the concept of love and helping educate Latin American women, Latin American mothers, was it?
That would be my ideal group, like mothers with children and that are in a situation that they would need some skill to move forward, like some additional skills to move forward. And that would be language, English.
So if part of that is, hey, by buying your package, I also can support a class.
Oh, that's good. That's great.
It's not the whole thing, but it's a nice add-on that, hey, if I buy your course, if I spend however much money to buy your course, it also helps me buy a class to help 30 mothers in Latin America learn some English to improve their skills this week.
That's
right?
Nice.
That's how you stand out as your business. And then so that's the course. You have your course with either videos or PDFs or PowerPoints. Then you have your templates that they can fill out, that you guide them through the process of how to fill it out, or create your own templates for, we have a Built to Serve, there's the Built to Serve book, but there's also the worksheets that go with the book.
I saw, yeah.
So that's a template. Like, I'm creating a template for people because there's the book, but then, hey, here are these sheets that you can help fill out, and we'll guide you through how to do it. So what are the templates that people can have in addition to the wisdom? And then if they feel like they're connecting to something bigger, so it's not just about them, but they're also helping mothers in Latin America learn English to get, more freedom for themselves. That's the cherry on top.
That's nice. Thank you.
So that's what I would look at for the course. And then promoting it, it's content, and also who can help you promote it. Who is talking to these students before they did make this decision that they might help make introductions for you. Maybe even take a referral fee for them making those introductions.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Good luck.
If you want another awesome video in our Black Excellence series, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.